Hello and welcome to Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight, a series where I give a more subdued and informative look on the weapons of Phantom Forces. In this episode, we'll be covering the M3A1. The M3A1 is a rather unique PDW unlocked at rank 71. It deals 48 damage up to 50 studs and falls off to 25 damage by 120 studs. It fires at 450 RPM, which is the slowest in the game, not counting the AA-12. It has a 1.1 body multiplier and a 1.65 times head multiplier. The muzzle velocity is 1500 studs per second, which is standard for 45 ACP weapons, and the penetration depth is 0.5 studs. And here is the shots to kill table. The recoil is around medium, mostly composed of camera recoil. It has 30 rounds in the magazine with 120 rounds in reserve and fires .45 ACP rounds. It has a 2.4 second reload speed and a 3.1 second empty reload speed, which is actually quite long for PDWs. It has 14 walk speed, which is shared by almost every PDW, and 15 aim speed. The M3A1 is one of those unique PDWs that belong to the low fire rate PDW archetype. However, even in this category, it is the most extreme case of low fire rate, having the second slowest fire rate in the entire game in terms of automatics, just behind the AA-12. So what does it have to offer for this sluggish fire rate? Well, the M3A1 is the only PDW in the game that can 2-shot kill to the body by default. To make the most of this gun, you need to be in around close to medium range to be within that 2-shot kill headshot range, and you need to get used to the recoil, have a good bit of aim to always go for those headshot kills. Or alternatively, you could get right into close range and take advantage of the 2-shot kill to the body range, around 50 studs. The M3A1 actually has pretty good hipfire accuracy to aid with this, but unfortunately, this is where other high fire rate PDWs, and especially shotguns, thrive, so I doubt the M3A1 can actually compete very well at that range. Though, in my opinion, the M3A1 is a very weak PDW. Even in its own archetype of low fire rate PDWs, all the other ones, the L2A3, the MP40, the Uzi, are superior purely because they're faster and they have that same 2-shot kill headshot focused playstyle. And the only thing the M3A1 has going for it is the ability to 2-shot kill to the body by default, but that's not really a good trade-off for having such a slow fire rate, especially considering that the 2-shot kill range is in close range, and by that point you're much better off using a shotgun or a MAC-10 or something. The Type 37 conversion reduces damage as well as recoil. It now deals 36 damage up to 60 studs and falls off to 25 damage by 150 studs. It retains the 1.65 times head multiplier, but the body multiplier is reduced down to 1 times. The muzzle velocity is increased to 2000 studs per second. And here is the shots to kill table. The recoil is reduced down to, I'd say, low to medium recoil. The magazine size remains the same, but now you have 150 rounds in reserve, and it now fires 9mm rounds. Everything else not mentioned remains the same. This conversion is really quite something. It reduces recoil, increases muzzle velocity, but also reduces your damage. The 2-shot headshot range is increased ever so slightly due to the change in general fall off, but you lose the ability to 2-shot kill to the body entirely. I think whether this is a good conversion or not depends entirely on the user's playstyle. To the average person, losing the 2-shot kill to the body is a very big trade-off, and pretty much kills the weapon if you can't aim. Though if you can aim, then this might be a very good choice in combination with, say, a muzzle booster. But the recoil is already manageable as it is, so nothing was stopping you from using a muzzle booster in the first place. So this conversion is weird. Nothing very notable, but I like to have a quick mention about the muzzle booster I talked about earlier. Because this is the second slowest automatic in the game, A muzzle booster can help counteract this downside just a tiny bit, but some people can't handle the recoil, so check it out for yourself and see if you can manage it. If you can, it's a pretty good choice. And that concludes this episode of Phantom Force's Weapon Spotlight. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.